What's going on, YouTube? This has been Macintosh back to you for another DVD update. This one I just watched 2 hours ago. Probably not even 2 hours ago, actually. I gotta say, it was pretty good. And it is called Sahara. Starring Matthew McConaughey, Steve Zahn, Penelope Cruz, also has Rainn Wilson in certain parts of it. This movie was really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought it was going to be a cheap knockoff of some other movie. It had some historical facts. It was like National Treasure, Indiana Jones, kind of all jumbled up together. It's about Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn, who are treasure hunters. Usually, and they've been looking for this like ironclad ship from the Civil War, supposed to hold gold. And then Penelope Cruz is a doctor who's trying to find the source of this plague that's been running around Africa. And they're both going to the same place called Mali, owned by a warlord who, there's a line in the film that says he puts the war in warlord. So there's a civil war going on in the place they need to go. They take her there, and then when they let her go, and Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn try to, their names are Dirk and L or Law or something like that. They have to fight these guards. They want the doctor because the doctors have been nosing around their business. There's some great action scenes in here, and it turns out that an American has been messing with nuclear waste there, which causes the water to be poisoned. It's not a plague; it's a poison. There's definitely some great action scenes for Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn, who are comedy actors. It was a great movie. There's some very serious stuff. There's some funny stuff. There was some very inventive stuff. I don't think I've seen some of the things before in action films. Usually you see a couple of the same thing. There's a lot of historical events that are very significant to this. There's a lot of you can learn quite a few things from this movie, and the relationship between the cast was very well. And it definitely surprised the hell out of me. So if you ever want to see an action comedy family thing, Sahara is it. It's definitely, I would recommend it, and just because the storyline was really great. It's a little lengthy. It's 2 hours long, but I think it'll go by pretty quick. I mean, the Harry Potter movies are 2.5 to 3 hours, so people watch them all the time. So I think you should definitely check out Sahara. It's a fun movie. I'm proud of it. I liked it. This was totally worth the dollar I paid for the yard sale. Oh yeah, it was a blind buy on my part, and I was very happy to pick it up. It's been a long time since I bought it to now where I'm watching it, and should have watched it a long time ago. Definitely had some great moments. So yeah, definitely if you're ever in the neighborhood, check out Sahara. And all the cast and the greatness in this film. Now, as far as the rate I would rate this go, I usually give movies 1 to 5 stars. And I'm going to give Sahara a 4-star rating. Because I never once thought, is this thing going to end? I was always with it, and I was always like gripped to it. I laughed. I was like, oh shit, when things went bad or when something exploded. It wasn't a Michael Bay explosion 24/7 kind of thing, but there was some cool parts in this film. I think you'll be very impressed. I don't want to give away too much of the plot because I think I want you guys to go out and watch this. If you find it, it's definitely worth it. There, like I said, there are a lot of historical values also behind this as well. And you get to learn a little bit about Africa and the warlords that run it and all that good stuff. And maybe a little bit of corruption within America. That's all tied into Sahara. And there's this guy who plays Matthew McConaughey's boss, and I can't think of his name. It was a very great performance by him, and he ends up coming to like save their ass. And then the rebels against the warlords save their ass, and they save each other's asses. Matthew McConaughey is very smart in this movie. Usually you don't see him play a smart guy, and it's very, very smart and very tough, very nitty-gritty. There's some pretty good hand-to-hand combat scenes, good gun fighting scenes. There's tanks and helicopters and the old warship. They use a cannon in it, and it's great. And also, the American government wanted the ship back, and they left it there with all the gold that's in it. They didn't tell him. They're like, "Oh, we heard there might be gold in there." And he's like, "There's no gold in there that belongs to America, because it belongs to the people that have held it there for so long." Yeah, so yeah, definitely some really cool stuff. Might even be some conspiracy theories in there. However, it does say in the tagline, "Spectacular." It's Indiana Jones and James Bond rolled into one. I don't really see any James Bond stuff going on in this movie, but I did see some Indiana Jones similarities. But yeah, don't ignore that if you see that. It's don't expect a James Bond secret agent stuff going on because it's not. But for what it is, check out Sahara. I think you'll be very, very, very impressed by what the cast has to offer. All right, this has been a Ben McIntosh review of the movie Sahara. Hopefully, you guys go and check it out. I'm signing off. You guys have a great day.